Chapter 3. The Ring and the Lamp. "Uncle Ebenezer! Uncle!" Aladdin hit the stone, but nothing moved. "Don't leave me here, please!" Aladdin put his ear to the stone, but he could hear nothing. "I am Aladdin, son of Mustafa," he said, and listened again. But the stone did not move. Then Aladdin began to cry. "What am I going to do?" He thought, and put his head in his hands. After a time, he began to feel hungry, and took some of the fruit out of his pocket. He put some in his mouth, but he could not eat them. "These are stones, not fruit," he thought. "I'm going to die down here." For 3 days and 3 nights, Aladdin sat on the stairs and waited, but no help came. On the 3rd day, he remembered Ebenezer's ring on his finger, the ring to protect him. He could not see the ring in the dark, so he put his right hand on it. Whoosh! There was a sudden noise, and blue smoke came out of the ring, and then, out of the smoke, came a big genie. "I am here, master. I am here," the genie cried. "I am the slave of the ring. What is your wish?" Aladdin was very surprised and very afraid. At first, he could not speak. Then he said, "Take me out of here." "To hear is to obey," the genie said, and a second later, Aladdin was back on the hills under the blue sky. There was nobody there, and the fire was cold and black. Happily, Aladdin began to walk home. When he got there, his mother was very happy to see him. "Oh, Aladdin," she cried, "what happened to you? And where is your uncle?" "Ebenezer is not my uncle, Mother. He is a magician and a bad man. He nearly killed me." Then Aladdin told his mother all about the fire, the magic stone, and the garden under the ground. "Oh, I am very tired, Mother," he said. "I must sleep." Aladdin closed his eyes and slept for many hours. The next morning, he opened his eyes and said, "Mother, I'm hungry." "My son, I'm sorry," she said. "We have no rice or meat in the house. We have nothing. I must sell your new coat and get some rice with the money." Then Aladdin remembered the lamp from the garden. "Wait a minute, Mother," he said. "Take this lamp and sell that first." "That dirty old thing," Aladdin's mother said. "I must clean it first." She began to rub it, and whoosh! Noise, fire, and red smoke came from the lamp, and out of the smoke came a very big genie. "I am the slave of the lamp," cried the genie. "What is your wish, mistress?" Aladdin's mother was afraid and could not speak. But Aladdin said, "Bring rice and meat to us. We are hungry." The genie went away and came back in a second with rice, meat, bread, and fruit on 12 gold plates. He put the plates in front of them and went away. Aladdin and his mother ate and ate. Then Aladdin took one of the plates to the market and sold it for 2 pieces of gold. Every day after that, Aladdin rubbed the lamp, and when the genie came, Aladdin said, "Bring us rice and meat." And every day he sold the gold plates. Soon Aladdin and his mother were rich. Chapter 4. Aladdin's Love. 5 years later, Aladdin had a shop in the market, and 3 market sellers worked for him. The sellers liked Aladdin because he was good to them. The market children liked Aladdin too, because he gave them money when he walked past. Everybody liked Aladdin. Aladdin's mother never called her son a good-for-nothing now. They had a nice house near the gardens, and she had many beautiful things. But only Aladdin and his mother knew about the magic lamp and the genie. One day, Aladdin heard a noise in the street and stopped to listen. "The Sultan's daughter is coming," he heard. "Princess Badur al-Budur is coming." 6 slaves carried the princess through the streets in a litter, and the people stopped to watch. "Princess! Princess Badur al-Budur!" they called. Aladdin watched when the litter came past him, and he saw the princess's face. She was beautiful, with big, dark eyes, the most beautiful woman in Arabia. The litter went past Aladdin, but for some minutes he did not move. Then he ran home. "Mother! Mother! I saw the Sultan's daughter, Princess Badur al-Budur, in the street." Aladdin's face was white. "I must have the princess for my wife." "But Aladdin," his mother began. "No buts, Mother. I love the princess, and I want to marry her. Go to the Sultan and ask for me." "Me? Go to the Sultan's palace? Oh, no, no, no," Aladdin's mother said. "Listen, my son. The daughters of a sultan do not marry poor boys from the city. But we are not poor now, Mother, and we can give the sultan something for his daughter. Wait." Aladdin went away and got the fruit from the magic garden under the ground. Now, of course, he knew it was not fruit, but white, red, green, and yellow jewels. "Take these jewels, Mother, on a gold plate," he said, "and give them to the Sultan." So the next day, Aladdin's mother carried a gold plate with many beautiful jewels on it to the Sultan's palace. She went into a long room But when she saw the Sultan, his vizier, and all his slaves, she was very afraid. So she waited quietly in the room and spoke to nobody. In the evening, she went back home again with the jewels. Aladdin was very angry with her. "Mother, you must speak to the Sultan," he said. "I have no father to do this for me. You must help me. I must marry the princess. I love her." So the next day, and for many days after that, Aladdin's mother went to the palace, but she was always afraid to speak. In the end, the Sultan saw her and asked his vizier, "Who is that woman? Why does she come to the palace every day?" The vizier spoke to Aladdin's mother.
"Do you want to speak to the Sultan? Yes? Come with me."
The vizier took Aladdin's mother to the Sultan, and she put her head on the ground at his feet. "Get up, woman. Why do you come here every day?" the Sultan asked. "Speak, woman." "Your Majesty," Aladdin's mother said quietly, "I have a son, a good young man. He is called Aladdin. He loves your daughter, Princess Badur al-Budur. He cannot sleep or eat because of her. He wants to marry her." The Sultan laughed. "What? Marry my daughter? Your son?" "Your Majesty, these jewels are for you, from my son Aladdin." And Aladdin's mother put the gold plate with the jewels in front of the Sultan's feet. Everybody looked at the jewels, and the long room was suddenly very quiet. Then the Sultan spoke. "These are very beautiful jewels," he said. "No man in Arabia has jewels more wonderful than these. Your son is a rich man, a good husband for my daughter." The vizier did not like to hear this, because he wanted the princess to marry his son.
"Your Majesty," he said quietly in the Sultan's ear, "my son is a rich man too. Give him 3 months, and he can find better jewels than these."
"Very well," said the Sultan, and to Aladdin's mother he said, "Your son must wait for 3 months, and then perhaps he can marry my daughter." Aladdin's mother went home to tell Aladdin, and the vizier went away to speak to his son. And every day, for 2 months, the vizier's son came to the Sultan and gave him gold and jewels and many beautiful things. For 2 months Aladdin waited happily. But one day his mother came home from the market and said, "Oh, Aladdin, Aladdin, the princess is going to marry the vizier's son. I heard it in the market. Everybody's talking about it." When Aladdin heard this, he was very unhappy. "What can I do?" he thought.
He put his head in his hands and thought for a long time. And when night came, he took out the magic lamp and rubbed it.
Whoosh! "What is your wish, master?"
said the genie of the lamp.
"Bring Princess Badur al-Budur to me," said Aladdin.
"To hear is to obey."
In a second, the genie was back with the princess asleep in his arms. He put her carefully on a bed, and then the princess opened her eyes and saw Aladdin.
"Who are you?"
she asked, afraid. Aladdin took her hand and looked into her eyes.
"My name is Aladdin, and I love you," he answered. "I cannot live without you, and I want to marry you."
Badur al-Budur saw the love in his eyes and smiled. She closed her eyes again. Then the genie carried her back to the Sultan's palace. The next morning, she remembered Aladdin's eyes.
"There is no love in the eyes of the vizier's son," she thought. "He thinks only of gold and of jewels."
So the princess went to her father.
"I do not want to marry the vizier's son," she said. "I want Aladdin for my husband."
The Sultan was very surprised.
"What can we do?"
he said to his vizier. "My daughter wants to marry this man Aladdin. He is a rich man, it is true, but who is he?"
"Ask him," said the vizier quickly, "for more of those beautiful jewels on 40 gold plates and 40 slave girls with 40 slaves. Nobody is that rich."
"Very good," smiled the Sultan, and said to his slaves, "Bring Aladdin's mother to me." When Aladdin's mother arrived, the Sultan said, "So, your son wants to marry my daughter. But first he must give me 40 gold plates with jewels, 40 slave girls with 40 slaves must carry the plates to me. Then my daughter can be his wife." Aladdin's mother went home and told her son, and Aladdin smiled. This was easy for the genie of the lamp, of course, and the next day, when Aladdin went to the palace, everybody in the city came out to watch. First came 40 slave girls in dresses of gold, and every girl carried a gold plate with wonderful jewels on it. After them walked 40 slaves in coats of gold, and last came Aladdin on a beautiful white horse. "What do you say now?" the Sultan said quietly to the vizier when he saw all these wonderful things. "Aladdin must marry my daughter. How can I say no? And the Sultan went to Aladdin and took his hands.
"My son," he said, "you can marry my daughter tonight."
"Tomorrow, Your Majesty," said Aladdin, "because before I marry your daughter, she must have a palace, the most beautiful palace in Arabia." The genie of the lamp worked all night, and the next morning the Sultan saw from his window a beautiful new palace with gardens of fruit trees and flowers.
"Wonderful," he said.
"Black magic," said the vizier quietly. That night Aladdin married Badur al-Budur, and they lived happily in the new palace.